Previously on brickitect.
That's a big one.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Thank you, buddy. Go ahead and start unwrapping it.
Whoa, I can see.
I almost said start wrapping it. Are you kidding me? We were just talking about this. Clark, man.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's the big, like a Saturday, it's the caramel.
It's the carousel. It's like a carnival. Dude, I cannot believe you got this for me. It's a little embarrassing, but here we are 5 months in the future, and last night I just put the final pieces on LEGO Creator Expert Set 10257 Carousel, and I thought in today's video I could take you through it, let you know what I think, and maybe at the end we'll power this thing up. We'll start this off with the first thing that I built, which of course is the ticket booth. Inside we've got an older gentleman working in there. He's a guy that looks like he likes his job. He hands out tickets all day, has a good time, and he gets to hand it off to these wonderful people over here. This is where you might get a bit of a laugh. These were all minifigures that were created by Clark Man. Didn't follow any instructions for this, just did his own thing with it. And we've got some funny combinations here. I think my favorite is probably this guy / girl with the hot dog here. But we also have a lot of other fun stuff here, and I'm happy with those. In fact, I'm happier that he built them that way than if he actually followed the directions, because this is Clark Man's signature here, and I love it. That takes care of everything that's not the carousel, but now we move on to what you really want to see, which is the carousel, and you can already tell that this is a beautiful model. We'll kind of just start at the top here and work our way down. Of course, there's a flag up here, and that moves down to this yellow fabric. This is like a rough fabric that runs through here, and these pieces are kind of bendable, so it gives it that look like you would want from a carousel. I'm really glad they did it this way, because I couldn't imagine this being brick built up here. I don't know how they would do that, and it would just add so many pieces to this and probably take it out of the $200 price range, which this is already sitting at. And that's already an expensive set, considering this is 2,600 pieces, which really, it's not too bad price per piece, but you'll see as we go through this, there's a lot of kind of basic pieces. And one other thing that I should mention about this build, and probably the most notable thing, is that there's a lot of repetition to this. If I just take you around the top of this here, this is all the same as we go around. So if you want to build this, you're going to have fun building the same thing over and over and over and over again. And that's kind of what I experienced as we went through this, because LEGO has actually built a circular structure, which is not easy to do in LEGO form, as you can understand. And to do that, essentially what they've created is almost like a pizza shape, where it's like 8 slices that go around this. And as we look down here, this is what the platform looks like. You can see there's some stairs that lead back up there. There are some stickers to this. So you've been warned by brickitect. There are stickers back here, and of course they're all in repetition as well. They're all going around there. And I'll spin this for you in a second. I kind of just want to give you the basis. There's also stickers right here. They're all the same. And I did my best to get those on there properly, but you can kind of see that they're not really super centered. But I do love the attention to detail with this. The way that they were able to use these pieces to make this look super detailed is just, it's great. I mean, even all the way up here to like these kind of like, I don't even know what they are, like crown pieces that go around there. It looks beautiful. I love the color scheme of this. You got the dark blue, got the white, got the yellow, you got gold. So nice. But what my favorite part of this are the animals. And I'm going to put you guys on a tripod here so I can take you around and show you all of the really cool animals that are on here, and also the function of this, because that's probably the most important part. I'm hoping that you can see this okay. As you can see, this sits on green plates that go all the way around, but this side's the important part, because this has, I guess, what you'd consider the motor on it over here. As you can see, this turns like this, which then starts turning the platform up top. And this is where you're going to put your motor on, which we're definitely going to be doing in this video. So stay tuned for that. Build the hype up. We'll go back to the beginning here, and I'll start spinning this around so you guys can see the animals as they come through. First up, we've got the frog, who is really cool because he does a little bit of a hopping action there. And I think that is great, and probably my favorite animal of the bunch. You can see them as they go by. This is the tiger, and the tiger goes up and down. There's not a whole lot to him. This one I really love. This is the Swan. This one doesn't move. It just sits in place, and you can put minifigs inside there as well and let them sit, which I'll be demonstrating here in a little bit. I just want to show you how these all work. Next up, we've got the Flamingo, which goes up and down, and I love the way that one works. I almost need to kind of track it a little bit further for you so you guys can see the motion on these, because you can see it going up and down. It just takes a while for that to actually happen. Next up, we've got the elephant, and believe it or not, the elephant actually goes up and down too, and then we come back around the frog. So I'll do this kind of quickly so you guys can see them as they go through, and if I move my hand out of the way, you might actually be able to see these. It's not a super fluid thing. As you can see, if I come out here and you watch my hand turning this, kind of have to put some weight on it, and you kind of just keep turning it like that, and they go around. So you have some of them that move, some that don't, but it creates a really nice, I think, appeal to this and gives it some playability that they really didn't have to do, but I think makes it super realistic to what you would expect to find at a amusement park or carnival or wherever this would be. I'll show you how this is all operating. At least I'll do my best to show it to you. I don't know how this is going to go, but I want to show this to you. I probably should have done this as I was building it, so it'd be a lot easier to demonstrate. Here you go. Here's a little sneak peek. We'll just peel that back. Here's a sneak peek at the inner workings of this. There's all these wheels that run across that, and I'm doing a terrible job of actually turning it because everything's backwards now. But if we go around there, you can see how that's kind of turning in there, and that was really awesome the way they set that up. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that just goes around like that, and that's all hidden up under this hood, the yellow fabric hood. If you go under there, that's what you can see. So it's really cool the way they set that up, and I really have to hand it to the designers, especially with the designs of these animals and the way this whole thing functions. They did a fantastic job, just as Lego always does. As much as I love this build, I did mention there are some drawbacks to this, and the main one being, as I mentioned earlier, is that it's very repetitive. As you can see here, bag one, you're kind of building the base, and there's these quadrants that you're kind of building around. So again, they are very repetitive. And then bag two is more the same, and this is where you really start to see it. You see how I kind of mentioned that pizza shape earlier? You're building these things over and over and over again. And then this bag kind of gets interesting, but again, it's still more of the repetition where you're putting that roof on. I thought that was interesting. But 4 is where things get really fun, and that's when you get to build the animals. That's probably the most fun bag to build out of this. And then 5 is where you're putting the roof on, and that was wildly repetitive. I had to build, I think, 24 of these things going around here. And I mentioned that it's only 5 bags. There's 2,600 pieces in this, 2,670. And that was 5 bags. So when you're dumping out a bag, you definitely have to sort, you have to organize, because it is a lot of stuff. And then you just find yourself building over and over and over again. But it is a good set to kind of sit down and maybe listen to a podcast or watch some YouTube videos while you're building it, because it can kind of get kind of boring. Here are the sticker sheet. It was gold stickers only on this, and you guys could see where those went on there. Again, repetitive. That is probably the way that I would define this set in terms of the build, but it's one of those situations where once you have it built, after you get through the repetition, it's actually a really good model, and I'm very happy with it. I do wonder where the heck I'm going to put this thing, because it is sizable, but this is one that I absolutely cannot tear apart, just because I can never stand to build it again, I guess. I do have one other gripe, and we'll pick this person to stand out front here. The scaling on this is a little much, don't you think? Like, you've probably gone to places where they have a carousel. Say this person is, we'll say they're even 5 feet tall. Say they're a short person. Look at the height on this thing. How tall is this? It's probably like, what, 40, 50 feet tall? I don't know if they're that big, especially the animals. Like, even putting this person beside the elephant, for example. That elephant's at least 10 to 15 feet tall by itself. So the scaling's a little off. I know they couldn't make it minifig scale, I guess, even though it's probably considered that, because it would just be super tiny. But yeah, it's a little weird that you would get on a elephant or a frog. Like, this frog to a kid, like, let's pick one of these guys out. This frog to this kid would be terrifying, I think. But they do fit on there. You can ride on the backs. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate now. We're going to get this all set up, and I'm going to grab this right here, because I want to see what this looks like powered up. You guys got to see it move around, which obviously isn't the most fluid thing when you're cranking that tiny little handle, but I think this is going to make it really cool. There's not going to be a whole lot of rhyme or reason to this. I'm just going to start putting people in places. Should let Clarkman do this. I think I am going to bring him down to power this. I want to surprise him with that. He's seen this complete. In fact, he kind of broke a little bit of it. The frog got demolished. I'm hoping that I had the frog built right. The legs were a little weird on the frog, so I'm hoping that's built properly. Oh, this person just lost their hot dog. You definitely need that if you're going to ride a tiger at the carnival. So there we go. We'll put him up there. And can you spin this manually? Yeah, you can. That's actually a little bit easier spinning it that way than it is spinning that entire thing around. Let's put Grandma up on the Flamingo. And we'll keep going around here to the elephant. Who wants to ride the elephant? The elephant's way up in the air now. Yeah, you'd be like 30 feet off the ground up here if you were riding on the back of the elephant. And I think that takes us around. Did I put anyone in the Swan? That's who I missed. The Swan passed with no one in it. I think you can put 2 people in the Swan. Let's take a look here. There's like a spot for someone up here and then someone right here. So you can fill this entire thing up. There you go. So we got that thing loaded up. The ticket guy, unfortunately, he's working right now, and he does love his job, so he's okay just watching. We'll give the ticket guy a whole backstory on his life here. Let's move that out front, and we get into the power functions. So I had this box completely filled. There's extra things in here that aren't supposed to be in here. Oh my goodness. Hopefully that just turned on because that is on and that's probably been running the battery down pretty good. This is super easy. This is all you need to power this up. I had no idea it was this simple. When we did the roller coaster, I was like, oh my goodness, it's that easy to power one of these things. And this is pretty much the same way. Let's try to get you in the shot here and be prepared to be mesmerized. We'll say this thing kept falling off for Clark Man. Let's see if we have the clearance that we need here. Now I can't turn it. Decisions. Let's leave it on. And now I think we're all set up. I'm gonna go get Clark Man because I think he's really gonna love this. Hey Clark Man, you wanna come test out the carousel?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something really cool here.
Up the carousel.
Yep, go ahead and hit the button. There it goes.
Whee!
Dude, look at that thing flying. How's the speed?
Great. Maybe I can get much faster.
You want it to go faster?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I feel like that's a nice little speed for it. I think my batteries might be getting kind of pooched though, because it's like, it goes a little slow sometimes. Let's see these things go around here. What do you think, dude? Oh, the elephant's making noise.
Look at this ribbit. It's just up and down.
You like that?
Yeah.
What's he say? What's the tiger say? Ah! Then attack. What does a flamingo say?
Squat, squat.
Dude,
Squat, squat.
this is cool.
Flamingo,
Flamingo, my ningo?
yeah. My flamingo and my flamingo.
It needs more juice, Captain. Jump on, brother.
Whee!
Oh, he's taking a nap up there. Break time. Dude.
I have to go somewhere else. I want to have the roof.
Oh no. Bad things happen. What's going on here with the batteries? Hey, what's this do? Oh, backwards. Check that out. Still works backwards too. No, I'm going backwards. This is cool.
Whee! What? I'm gonna be connected to this convention center.
I love this. I love it.
He's on the pool, in the pool, spinning him around. I'm gonna throw up. I feel over. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna start to throw up.
I don't think I need to ask this question, but Clark Man, what do you think about the carousel?
Great. There's someone on your head.
Get out of there!
Boing.
Pretty happy with my birthday gift 5 months later.
my
It's really great
God.
once you get this. Whoa. Once you get it finished up and built, it's a lot of fun. And this is to me what Lego's about. Enjoying it, spending time with your family, having fun. I hope you guys have fun with the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and as always... Oh, and also, if you want to see any more amazing brickitect content, click on the screen right now. There's going to be some great videos popping up. Every one of them's amazing.
Daddy, look at this.
This is what you can expect from those videos right here.
Yeah. A man being hit from a cranker onto his tummy.
Oh boy.
Make him dead.